Hey, so I had this idea. I don't know how original it is, but it is an idea. We're going to generate 5 random blocks on this Minecraft block generator, and then we're going to generate a random aesthetic, and we have to build with these 5 blocks in that aesthetic. Now, I want to say, we are not only using these 5 blocks, we're allowed to incorporate other blocks into it, but these blocks must be featured somewhere in the video, in the build. So, chiseled polished blackstone, mossy cobblestone, brown concrete, blocks of emerald, and stripped dark oak wood. Alright, let me pull this to the side and get these blocks laid out next to each other so I can see what I'm working with. Right, so these are the 5 blocks we must use. We can use other blocks, but these blocks have to be used in the build. Now using the random aesthetic generator, I believe it gives us 3 to pick from. A random 3. Web core. Old internet archaic web design. Bring attention. Okay. Holopunk. Holograms. Reflective. Fairy style. You know, this is why I figured I'd pick from 3 instead of giving myself one random one, because web core, I don't know how to do that. We're gonna eliminate web core, there's no way we're doing that. We could probably do fairy style with this. Hey, Editor Connor here. Just popping in to say I'm trying to hit 1,000 subscribers by the end of the year, and that's a rather big goal. So if you do end up enjoying this video and you want to see more like it, just go click subscribe. Doesn't take away from you, helps me out. You can always change your mind later. Thanks. Back to the video. So then I'm thinking like a big tree, and I'll have to think of how I'm gonna include this. I mean, these 4 are nice and easy, but so I think we're gonna start by building almost like a rock for the tree to sit on. We have world edit, and it's beautiful. Hold on. And so this is kind of the sphere we have, and we can build, but we can place down some of this, and then we can get all together. Make it look a little less predetermined, pre-built. Then as for walls, we can use a mix of mossy cobble and regular cobble. Cobblestone in here. Or some mossy cobble, and that's 1 block used up immediately. We have used mossy cobble. We got a pretty good hand with this. The only thing I think may be a little bit of a challenge is going to be incorporating the chiseled polished blackstone. But now we're going to build like roots and then a rather large trunk. In fact, we can just take up this. What if we made it actually like a stump, a tree stump, instead of the whole tree? And then we had like almost a castle coming out of the stump. And that's where we can include our chiseled blackstone. It could be sick, actually. Also, I'm sorry, but I don't really know what my theme here is. Like, I don't exactly know what fairy style is. So, you know, I'm just going with what I interpret the theme as. And we're not going to build like interior to this castle. We'll just allow this castle to be like a miniature castle to really bring out the scale of like the tree stump. In fact, if we're going to do that, we get blackstone walls, or blackstone brick walls. And that gives it almost like a spherical look, even in the small aesthetic size. Alright, and then as for the wood, can we incorporate some of this into like the sides to almost make it look muddy? We could use it to create almost like a mud effect. We'll work on that in a second. But now I really want to focus on getting the chisel polished. There we go, look at that. Then we conclude our castle by putting that there. Actually, that really looks wrong. Oh, looks wrong. Got a slab, maybe? That looks a little bit better. But now what we could do is we could almost open it up, put like an iron door here. And then I got the mud. I know what we're gonna use it in. We're gonna use it in a path. We're gonna create a path down this, and then we're obviously gonna texture it, mix it with some other stuff in a little bit. Right now, we'll stick to just mud, or just this. Smooth out this side a little bit so it looks like someone could traverse up and or down it. I have to remember this is supposed to be like a scaled down version of a big castle. Add some spikes along the way just to make the path look a little more treacherous. The tree's alright. And then we add some of these to make it look almost magical. But then we need to include emerald somehow. And I don't want to like diverge off of the main theme into a different build. I want to keep the same sort of build going on with the emerald. So we're gonna break in here. Right. I almost want to go in here. A little too low. This is where the tower would be. We do that. Kind of see it. But what we can do is we can make it look a little torn. Because what we're gonna do here is make it look like this entire castle is guarding an emerald. But I don't want it to show too much of the emerald, because it's supposed to be like a hidden treasure instead of... That's cool. See? The bat really adds to the aesthetic. This path is not supposed to look intentional. It's not supposed to look like you can travel in it. Hell, I kind of want to make it look like you are looking down into the treasure trove, where you can't really walk into it because there's not enough space to squeeze. Now, as for the path, because I did want to return to this, stone buttons, packed mud, please work. It's alright. Doesn't really go where I wanted it to, but it needs the texturing. We'll throw some stones on the path. Hold on, actually, I was almost gonna say some spruce. Ooh, that looks better. But now we can make it look a little more pathy on the way up. A little less treacherous. A little more like a path that a person could take if they were, you know, sized to scale. There we go. That's an interesting build. Now going in, the blocks we needed to include were chiseled, polished blackstone, there, mossy cobblestone, all in this brown, this rock, brown concrete in the path, block of emerald sealed away in the cave, and stripped dark oak as the tree. And I think it turned out alright given the circumstances. It was my first time attempting something like this, and it definitely strays off of my general theming. As for fairy style, I did what called to me. While it may not be correct, it's kind of what I imagined when I heard fairy style. So, I think it looks okay. Alright, sorry it's so small of a build. I wanted to do something larger, but I kind of needed this video out. The whole thing from start to finish, including editing the video, took about 2 hours. It is currently 4:07 a.m. This video needs to come out at noon, so yeah. But yeah, if you enjoyed it, let me know, and I'll definitely do this again on a larger scale because it was fun. It's just I feel like I can do better if I put more time into it. And yeah, I'm tired. I'm going to bed. Thanks for sticking around. See ya.